Hello, my name is Todd Federman. I teach economics at Montclair State University. I've developed a system that I call Socratic PowerPoint that takes PowerPoint and turns it into a truly engaging tool that keeps your audience interested in the conversation. I've recorded a total of 20 short videos between 5 and 10 minutes, and I will show you more about that a little later on in this video. But now let's take a look and find out what Socratic PowerPoint is all about. You can describe the essence of Socratic PowerPoint in just 3 words. The first word is hide. And the second, you're more engaged than you would be otherwise. Why? Because you're waiting for that second blue box to pull down. The key to good PowerPoint, the essence of Socratic PowerPoint, is hide and reveal. There are 3 main parts to producing good hide and reveal for PowerPoint. Number 1, you have to understand the mechanics of PowerPoint. You have to understand the tools, the ribbons, things like that. Second, you have to understand what objects are. What are the things you're looking at on the screen? And then you have to learn how to manipulate the objects with animation. And then finally, there's the technique of Socratic PowerPoint. What are the specific methods that you use to create an engaging presentation? The next slide comes directly from a publisher. There's a lot wrong with this, but the basic thing that's wrong is this is all reveal with no hide. If you attempt to use this to prompt a discussion in a classroom about leasing, your faster readers will be down at construction and agriculture when you're halfway done. This is death by PowerPoint. Your audience will be reading what's on the screen and not paying attention to what you're saying. Let's fix this using the Socratic PowerPoint method. You start out by just showing the title. We've been talking about leasing. Use a funny graphic. Ask questions. What is a lease? Hopefully, if you have students, they have read the homework. They might be able to tell you what a lease is. It's a contract. By revealing things one piece at a time, you can then ask questions. Who signs a lease? Well, there are 2 people. As you draw that line, your audience is all going to be in the same place. What are the 3 specific things you find in a lease? By revealing information one piece at a time, you can ask questions and get your audience engaged. Here are the 3 things you find in a lease, most important. Where do we find a lease? You can use PowerPoint to directly ask your audience questions to keep them involved. What do all of these things have in common? Well, they're very expensive. Here's another slide that came from my publisher in the book that I use. It's all reveal. Now let's break. On the left-hand side, you're going to see the slide. On the right, there'll be comments telling you what's going on. First, we reveal things one step at a time. It's as if you're using PowerPoint to write on your screen. Reveal one text box and you can talk about it. Everyone in the audience is in the same place. Add a funny graphic, something to catch people's eye. If you're optimistic, what does that say about consumption and savings? And then remember to ask Socratic questions. If you're optimistic, how would that impact consumption? You want to keep your text as brief as possible. You don't want people reading so much. You want them thinking about the content. You want to use an easy-to-read font. You want to make sure it's big enough. You want to use simple animation. 90% of the animation that I use is wipe right, because that's how we read. All right, let's break down the steps. Hide and reveal. You animate text boxes and graphics to appear one piece at a time. Sometimes we use shades, which are rectangles or boxes that hide information, and you animate them to disappear. You saw that on the very first slide when the words hide and reveal showed up after those blue boxes dropped down. I don't use a lot of gimmicky animation. Keep it simple. Mostly I use wipe right, because that's how we read. Sometimes for graphics I'll either wipe them, or I'll fade them in, fly them in, maybe do something a little fancier, perhaps zoom. I use a lot of shades. I keep information hidden, and I have the shade which is hiding the information exit by wiping it right or fading it out. I'm going to show you in a future video how to take a screenshot, how to use a tool that's part of PowerPoint to take a picture of anything you see on your computer so you can add it to your presentation. And the critical element to Socratic PowerPoint, your audience becomes engaged when you ask them questions. The slide will prompt you, or you can specifically add a text question. Remember, cut out all unnecessary words. Less is definitely more. Make sure you use a clean font, big enough so it's easy to read. Here's a list of the 20 different videos that I've created as part of this project. You do not have to do them in order. You can skip around. There's a lot of great information here, and I hope you have a chance to go through the whole program. All right, my name is Todd Federman. Again, I teach economics at Montclair State. If you have any questions at all, please email me. I'd love to hear from you. Hope you enjoy the program. Take care.